welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
Well, this 2024 season has been one to remember. Great games, great players, great finishes. And now, it all comes down to this. One game to decide it all. On this February night at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is Super Bowl LIX. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. A champion set to be crowned tonight. It's Super Bowl LIX. And off we go to a flash of lights here in New Orleans. Oh, he's got room past the 30. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole because you just couldn't settle down. If he's able to remain calm, play his game, his team's going to have a great chance to end this night as world champs.
It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down. Now a man who made the move inside the division, it's Saquon Barkley. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down. Hurts will try it again. He's going to tuck it in. He is in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl LIX. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams
in trouble, and down he goes.
It's not often that you see the quarterback almost sacked 3 times on the same play, but that's the effort this quarterback put into keeping that play alive. He was able to get away from 2 guys, but not the 3rd.
Oh, and they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This brought in out past the 20. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, it's Hurts. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Yeah! And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. They put Campbell in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. A throw on the run is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Hardman now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Just see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. And you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So after 1 here in Super Bowl 59, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. More from New Orleans after this. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Throwing now, Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hookup with Rice. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Now after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. The pressure all over him. He goes down again.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight. Pass rush is getting home. Back-to-back sacks. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That is Chris Jones, the All-Pro, getting it done. On third down, here's Hurts. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll check that down to Pacheco.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Eagles offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. To throw, Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Here's Braden Mann now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. This fielded at his own 1. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn him back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Elliot on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So following the score, here comes Elliot to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Mahomes now on 2nd down. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he is on to punt for KC. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Eagles offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st. And now he's not spiking it. It's a fake. This is caught. And he's going to get into the end zone. The fake spike works for a touchdown.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
On is Elliot to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Hardman now to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, Hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. These teams finishing off their final adjustments. We're about ready for the second half of Super Bowl 59. And to bring it your way, we go back to Mike Tirico.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once again. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Now Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
This team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On comes the Chiefs punter, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. And they'll mark them down up beyond the 30.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Here's Hurts. First down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. Now it's Hurts. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection. Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allowed him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And back to work goes Elliot after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. That's complete to Rice. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And taking a shot downfield for Kelsey. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. A handoff to Pacheco. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Sidney Brown, they're on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Patrick to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's complete left side to Worthy. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down. They're indeed going, and it's Mahomes. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 36 yards. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. And he thought about throwing it away, but he can't get rid of it, and that's going to go down as a sack.
I understand what he's trying to do, Mike. He's thinking, can I extend this play? Can I get out of the pocket and buy some time for my receivers? But on these early downs, that's a ball that just needs to be thrown away.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. The throw on the run is complete. 1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi after this. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. Looking middle, he's got Kelce. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
14 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings us to 3rd down.
Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now Mahomes. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Now he'll run.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
2nd and 7. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hurts to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Elliot now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will add one more onto their big lead. So following the score, here comes Elliot to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Mahomes. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes. That's to the right side and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up the 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing is Mahomes. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for a 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A first down throw for Mahomes. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
That's good for Kansas City.
Now, Mahomes. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. Mahomes back. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
Nice job there by Kelsey moving the chains, and to think he's in his 12th season, Mike, and he's able to continue to produce at...
And they'll get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs. Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. Now they'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. On first and 10, it's Hurts. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
On first down, it's Hurts. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. To throw on second down is Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up, and until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
That one's on target, and it is good! From the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Hardman now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drop. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. Here's the timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll come up here on second down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This one, a deep shot for Rice. Inside the 20. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. On the return is Rodgers.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Hugs on that sideline. One final kneel down, and that will put the bow on this championship season. And the Eagles have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Bears Commissioner Goodell set to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Philadelphia Eagles, champions of Super Bowl LIX. So that will put a wrap on this year on EA Sports. Thanks to my partner, Greg Olson, for a great first season together in the booth. Until the fall, Mike Tirico. Good night from the Super Bowl in New Orleans.